All right, number 11, you got a circle and a sector is AOB. Okay. I don't know how big it is, but AOB. What else? And angle AOB is 100, so I was just slightly off. That's clearly not 100, but we're going to label it anyway. Find the radius. Find the radius. Okay. Oh, we're giving a thing. The area of AOB is equal to 10 pi. Okay. And I should put the triangle there. What do you think?
We could put it in the equation.
That's what I would do. We know the formula was A for area is equal to angle over 360 times pi squared. So what do we know? And by the way, we'll just solve for r. Well, I know the area, 10 pi. I know the angle.
10 over 260.
And pi r squared.
18.
Reduce.
5 over 18.
What is it?
5 over 18.
I'll take your word for it. I hope that's right.
Pretty sure it is.
All right, now you stop. What do you see that you could do now? We're going to assume that he's right.
It is right, yeah.
Times both sides by 18.
Could do that. Times both sides by copy dot flip, right? So copy dot flip, 18 over 5, reduce.
30.
2 times 18.
36.
So I get 36 pi is equal to pi r squared. No.
Subtract the pi.
Oh,
Well, how is pi attached to r squared?
I want to divide it.
You'd be left with 36 is equal to r squared. Therefore, r is, you know. Anybody else? All right, it's Friday. I just collect on Friday. Weird stuff today. You got to hang with me for a little bit. Once you get over the weirdness of it, it ain't bad at all. There's gonna be 5 things. 5 things that we get today. Yeah.
you want both? Collected on Fridays.
If it's a very short class, we'll go over the answers. But we literally just spent a good amount of time going over problems, which is I think you get more bonus out of that, because usually what happens on these, once you get in this level, you're like either you know it or you don't. And the ones that you know that you make a silly mistake on, well, going over the answers isn't that helpful in the sense of, okay, I dropped a negative type thing. But if you don't know the logic of it, that's worth the point over. All right. Weird stuff today. You get 5 things. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get to those 5 things. Homework. But the actual 5 things are stupid simple. Just takes us a while to get to them. You're going to get basically 5, not necessarily formulas, but 5 things. I did hand this out or no? Yeah. Okay.
But you can hand it out again.
I do have extras. I don't know why I have so many extras. Who's absent then?
Nobody.
No, well, I give the same thing in my other class too. So.
Madison's absent, but she's
No,
a
she's-
learner, so that's a little bit harder to give her.
I think we got 2. This section and 1 more section, and we're done in this chapter. And then we have 2 chapters left, and we're done with the book.
Awesome! Yay!
And we have 2 months to get through 2 chapters. We're going to make.
What about the extra chapter? Because there's 14.
Oh, we're 3 chapters. Okay, so we got 2 months to get through 3 chapters. We'll make it.
We'll make it just in time for finals.
This is nothing already done.
Similar triangles, absolutely. We've done some stuff. We get something new from this. All right, here we go. It's called ratios of areas. So clearly it's going to be dealt with a ratio of areas. All right, areas and ratios. When you see the word ratio, you think?
Oh, fraction?
You think fractions. So we're going to be doing fractions made up of areas. Okay. It's just usually just to jump right in. All right. There are technically 3 triangles there. We're going to be looking at 2 of them. Okay. Well, the red dotted line doesn't really exist. It's just a measurement. There's the big one, and then there's the 2 medium ones, right? We're going to look at just the medium ones, the green one and the orange one, okay? So it says, what is the ratio? Ratio is a code word for?
Fraction.
Okay, so what is the fraction of the areas of the 2 angles who have heights that are equal? Do you see that the green one, its h is right here? Well, it's got the same vertex, so therefore the height of the orange one, it's the same thing. So you have 2 triangles, clearly different bases, different, whatever you want to call that other side of the triangle, but the heights are the same. Okay, so we're going to do areas of those 2 triangles written as a ratio, fraction. All right, so what's the formula for the given information of the green triangle?
A times H divided by 2.
Okay, orange one?
B times H over 2.
Okay, so what's the ratio of green to orange?
BH over 2 equals AH over 2.
Green to orange.
Yeah, that's A equals AH.
Green to orange.
What do you mean? The ratio.
You were saying DH
over 2 equals BH. It's an equation. You can...
No, not equation. What's the ratio? Ratio means a fraction. What's the fraction then?
Half. So that's AH over BH.
You're getting closer. You're overthinking this. Just what's the fraction?
A times B times H squared.
I don't know what you mean.
If I'd written these numbers, you would have given me the answer. The area of the green one is 3. The area of the, I'm making these numbers up, is 4. What's the fraction?
Okay.
So now tell me the
AH
fraction.
over 2 over BH.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, that's disgusting to look at.
It is. So why don't we make it less disgusting by doing what?
Multiplying by 2. Multiplying by 1, 2 over 2.
Okay. How about we do it even more steps at once?
Just to reduce.
Whenever you see a weird fraction like this, what should you do?
Reduce 2 over 2 over 2 over 2.
Even more than that.
Reduce.
Whenever you see 3/4 over 7/8, what should you immediately do?
Reduce it.
How?
Well, 4 and 8 go together, so you just.
No. Say it. It's technically not a copy dot flip, but it is that idea, right? Yeah, it's take the second one and flip it, because it's really this divided by this. So it is a division problem. So copy the first one, flip the second one. So copy the first one, flip the second one.
2AH over 2BH.
Now what?
Okay,
Not
so it's
cross
just AH
multiply.
over BH.
Cross multiply is when there's an equal sign. Cross reduce. All right, so cross reduce. What do you got?
AH over B.
Even more.
A over B.
Yeah, I get A over B. Okay.
And what is A over B?
Suspiciously, instead of writing A over B, you don't need to write this down yet. You can write that down, but I'm saying suspiciously, I'm going to claim that this is, well, A was base 1, B was base 2, so I'm going to say it's base 1 over base 2. You don't need to write that down yet. You will. Okay, there's our first look at what we're doing today.
That's not too bad, but I'm assuming it's
I said this is going to be weird until it's not weird, and it's not weird at the end. Okay, same thing. I got 2 triangles. This time I don't have the same heights. I have the same base. This dark one has a base of AC. This lighter one has a base of AC. Can you see that?
Yep.
They both share the same basis. So what's the ratio of areas of 2 equal bases? Now you can see the trick.
H times B and K times B over 2.
So it's 2H over K.
So what? Let's do light. I don't know if that's. I don't know what color it is. The light one or the dark one? How about that?
Dark one.
That's not like it's white.
Okay.
It's no, there's no dark.
Well, I'm calling that small triangle the dark one.
It's just white to light blue.
So what's the fraction?
B over K. Sorry, B times K over 2.
Okay. So what's the ratio?
B. BH over BK. No, wait, K.
He's actually right, but
It's H over K. Sorry.
He's doing double reduction ahead. That's crazy that you were able to do that.
Well,
It's not that hard. I just take away everything that's not. That's
And I think we discovered in my previous class, and I forgot to change it, that my cancellation is wrong here.
I told you H.
It is wrong. Ignore that right there. I'm trying to cancel out the B's, and I did a very bad job of it.
So it's actually 1.
So Madison, I'm not canceling out the H and the K there. I'm trying to cancel out the B's. I just
So if that
screwed it
was
up.
true, it would actually be 1.
Exactly. In our case, it's what McKinley said. It's just H over K. And suspiciously, instead of writing H over K, I'm going to write,
In which you have to have 2.
I'm going to write height 1 over height 2.
We're gonna write
I
these down
know what
soon.
we're going to do.
Okay. Not yet. It'll be slide 4.
Because
Oh, no, it's going to be your book of truth. I'm sorry. All right, last one.
I got this.
Here's the starting point. We're going to compare the ratio of areas of similar triangles. So I got small triangle, big triangle. So I want to do small triangle over big triangle.
Okay.
So the small triangle is,
HB over 2.
and the big triangle is,
KE over 2.
okay, this one's a little bit harder. So what's the fraction?
BH over 2 over EK over 2. I hate saying that.
All
I
right.
hate everything about
which means that you get BH over EK.
And it looks like, and once again, I screwed up my cancellation here. I wanted to
H and
not
K is
cancel those out. I want to leave those there.
What if you get B over E?
Well, you don't. You get BH over EK.
I know, I was gonna say,
Okay,
you get-
so you get BH over EK, which doesn't mean anything, right? I'm going to do some magic here. Next slide. So we get, I got to take that. We get BH over EK. All right, so same thing. We got that. Now watch this magic. Is there another way of writing this?
BH 2 double sign.
Ratio of DAF to ABC.
No, don't think about that. Just this fraction, BH over EK.
BH ratio EK.
No,
Dang it.
I mean, you can.
is there a different way of writing that fraction?
Yeah, there's a lot of different.
Like if I had 4 times 2 over, I don't know, 6 times 7, is there a different way of writing that? And don't tell me 8 over 42,
Oh, BE
right?
times HK. Sorry, fraction.
Say that
B
again?
over E times H over K.
What happened?
It was on the this time.
Did you like eat something weird for lunch?
No.
Okay, he's right.
Yes.
We could write that as these two fractions just split apart, right? Okay.
You didn't believe them.
An H.
All right. Now here's the trick. I'm going to rewrite this one more time. I'm going to leave B over E as B over E, but I'm going to change H over K. Now, I started by saying that the two triangles are, no, they're not congruent. Similar. Way back chapter 5, I think it was, we learned that if the two triangles are similar, all the angles are congruent, but all the sides are in a proportion. So I can write the sides in a proportion. I will choose a special proportion. I'm going to choose H over what goes with H.
K.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
7. I mean,
And then that would equal, this is a proportion now for cross multiplying, that would equal
K over H.
B over E.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can say B over E times B over, wait,
So instead of saying H over K, this is saying I could write,
B over E. So
No, no.
equals B over E times B over E, which is B over E squared.
which would be,
B over E squared.
okay, you see where I got that from? Now, wait a minute, we also said for similar triangles, way a long time ago, we talked about this thing called a scale factor. The scale factor is what number do we multiply H by on the small one to get to the big one? And if you remember, maybe you don't, but how you get the scale factor is you take any two corresponding sides and you write it as a ratio. In other words, you take H over K, that's the rate. That's how you get from the small h to the k, you multiply it by H over K. Okay. If you're going from small to big, that's going to give you a pretty big number. Okay. So I'm going to use that, and basically that's B squared over E squared would be base 1 squared over, but this is a scale factor. Anytime you have a one part of a similar triangle that corresponds to the other one, you write them as a ratio, it's a scale factor. So in other words, this right here is a scale factor squared. So there's our third thing that we get. The things that I wrote in red are the 3 things that we get. So big picture, what you need to write in your book of truth is this, these 3 things. I'm going to show you all 3 things. It's a lot of writing, but you got to write it. If two triangles have the same height, then their areas will be the ratio of the bases written as a fraction.
Be an old man before I finish writing.
The second one we found out is if they have the same bases, well, then that ratio of their areas is the same as the heights written as a ratio. And the last thing we just found out is that if you have two similar triangles, that the ratio of their areas of the scale factor squared.
Oh gosh, that last one.
Now, if you want to save yourself some time, what I'm circling is what you should write down with the words. You got to write down what's in black there in the words, but instead of writing everything there in yellow, just write what I circled. Tonight for homework, they're going to give you two triangles that are going to have the same heights. They're going to say, what is the ratio of the areas? Well, it's just the first base over the second base, reduced. They're going to give you two triangles that have same bases. They're going to say, what's the ratio of the areas? You're going to write the two heights as a fraction, as a ratio. Lastly, they're going to say, here's two similar triangles. They're going to say, what's the ratio of their areas? It's the scale factor squared.
I'm going to give everybody advice. You should not go on YouTube during April Fools. You will find nothing but pain and depression.
I was there yesterday. What did I look at yesterday?
Did you get pranked?
Did you get pranked?
We were gonna prank you, but you left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna do a thing.
I left at 4:30.
No, for class.
Oh,
The entire class.
where did I go? Oh, they were doing the. I had to go and I had an IEP meeting yesterday.
Yeah,
That's what it
you
was.
had to go.
Oh boy, I arranged it so I wouldn't be there for April Fools.
Mhm.
I wish that was the case.
What the? Yeah, but then we were trying to do it today, but some
Found a
people
sweater.
didn't feel like doing it.
Good, thank you, girls. You get a point for next test.
It wasn't that. It wasn't like a.
I catch a mistake and you forget to put it on the board and then you just give
Honestly,
them
I
a
feel
point
like
for
it
not
wasn't
doing
really
a prank.
a prank. No, you
No,
probably
no,
would have
this-
just been confused.
I found a sweater.
In your desk?
Yes.
Could be a whole bunch of people. Hanging up on a hook.
So, is everybody doing anything fun this weekend?
All right, back up here, back up here, back up here.
I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Is the bottom line supposed to say if two triangles are similar or
If two triangles,
It wasn't
Yeah.
I did it.
how come you're the only one that noticed that?
Why do you in one week?
Allie was the only one that noticed my spelling error.
Anna,
Anna.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, where even is the quote unquote scoreboard for math mistakes?
It's up
Right
there.
now,
It's up there.
It's where it's been for the last 3 years.
3 years.
Well,
It was the same way in the church. It just was on a it was on a rolling whiteboard. It was always in the upper right-hand corner of the whiteboard.
Speaking of which, don't you owe the class donuts?
4.
Jack does. Because he lost his bet for not talking for a week.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I thought we even set a date when he was going to pay
It
up.
was the 16th, but we were on
Oh.
So, he has to do it now.
Yes,
He
you
should
should
do it
next-
Monday.
Jack.
And Lent is over on Sunday, Jack. We could
I
have
have Lent for another
His
month.
isn't.
what?
Yeah, his changed. I don't have.
I think you're making all this up.
I don't have Easter. I have
No,
Pascha.
no, he.
You don't have Easter. You have what?
Pascha.
Is that what it means in Russian?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Also,
why do we read
Jack,
Just
Jack.
It's mostly when you're getting donuts, just think that you're giving everybody who has a birthday in April a gift.
What
Well,
about
so too bad.
September?
You save one in your fridge.
I'll bring it when I'm done.
Hello, staff and students. Pardon the
It's not time-
interruption, but we would like to take this opportunity to announce our Hot Fan Award
I
Eagle
hate this
winners.
word. Oh, God.
For lower school, we have Graham from Mr. Anthony's class. He accepted Mr. Anthony's class and caught him showing courage to raise his hand and answer a question. Good job, Graham. Come
I feel like I
get
should
your
get so
prize.
many points.
Yeah, I feel like we should
Laura
get one.
Jackson.
Jackson.
You showed prudence.
Ah.
Come to the office and receive your prize.
showed no proof.
Unfortunately, Prudence is a girl in the class, and what did he show her?
Nathaniel Beckerby.
You showed Prudence how to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't know.
You were awesome for volunteering. Our other upper school is Rowan Klinsky.
No
Rowan
way.
came into my class, my messy class, and cleaned it for me. That was from Miss Emmons. Come to the
Oh my
office.
word.
How did he get
There
one
is
from
no
that?
way.
Students, make sure you are displaying our virtues
Nice.
because teachers and staff are ready to pass out some cotton.
I'm ready to pass out hearing that Rowan got it.
Weekend.
All right,
I do for you.
here we go. If you want a shortcut method, this is the shortcut method. Same heights, base 1 over base 2. Same base, height 1 over height 2. Similar triangles, scale factor squared.
Let me get a picture of
Remember,
that
this
right
is 3 of 5. We still got 2 of these left. Okay, so really quickly, this is from your book, and I only chose, if I were making it, I wouldn't have put this particular one. All 3 problems on your piece of paper in front of you use this shape right here. The first one says, compare the ratio of areas, so it's going to be one of those 3, of COD, that's the top one, to the bottom one, AOB.
So base times height.
Well, yeah, but you got to figure out, do they have the same base, the same height, or are they similar triangles?
They don't have the same base, so they would be similar.
So they don't have same bases.
They would be similar triangles.
Well, do they have the same heights?
We have the same problem
No,
in
they
box
wouldn't have
scoring.
the same.
So how do you know that they're similar triangles?
Because the bases are different.
Vertical angles and then it starts on a third
I got 2 angles right here, and we got vertical angles, therefore by AA, they're similar. Okay.
I could have told you that just by looking at it.
Okay. So then now tell me what is the ratio of their areas?
Okay, so it'd be 5 times x and then 3 times y over 2.
Look at your formula. What does it say if the triangles are similar?
Wait, where are the X's and the Y's?
Look, he made that. I don't know where he's getting that from.
I'm making them up for
Yeah, but
fun.
look at your formula. What does it say if the 2
Scale
triangles are
factor
similar?
squared.
What?
Scale factor.
So we got to
squared.
figure out a scale factor. What's the scale factor of those 2 triangles?
Ben answered this one. All right, it's 3 to 5.
Therefore, what is their areas?
9 to 25.
Now, you could have said it the other way as well. Oh no, it says from COD, it tells you how to do the triangles. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are right. There we go. Yes?
I forgot about scale. Whoa, that's not. That's divide.
What?
Division. Technically, yeah, that is division.
Couldn't you also do 25 over 9?
You could if these were flipped up, because it does say the ratio of this to that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, we get the
But I agree, if you're just talking more general sense of the 2 triangles, I agree. All right, next one. You don't have it, so you got to look at my board. So it's this shape.
No, we have it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Number 5.
You don't.
We have it.
Because this isn't what I want you to do. I got to give you some extra information.
So then
Okay.
can we do number 5?
No, I just forgot to print it out on the sheet. And I didn't notice it until this morning. I didn't want to reprint the sheets. So this is what they're asking you to do. Yeah, the 2 triangles come from this shape, but they also have some other information that you have to have in order to solve this one. Okay, so is this similar triangles, same heights, or same base?
Same height.
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 Same base.
Height.
Height.
Well, if we do COD, that would be the yellow one to the green one.
Oh, I thought you meant like flip flop.
And by the way, that comes from right here.
Yeah, I know. I thought you meant the other triangle. We were taking the
No.
ratio of that.
Now we're going from this to that. So same what?
Height.
So look at your sheet. What do we do if it has the same height?
Sir, we do have this on our paper.
You don't have this.
We don't have that, but we have.
But that's what you need to do this
But
one.
you can figure that out.
You have the same shape printed 3 times.
Okay, it doesn't matter then.
All right, keep going.
It's base 1 over base
So therefore it would be,
5x over
you said base 1 and
3.
COD,
3x over 5.
3x over 5x, which will reduce to
3 over 5.
3 over 5. Okay? Yes?
Yes.
Well, I'm a math teacher, so obviously the last one's going to be,
Hard. Oh wait, no, it's the
Bases, same bases.
okay. So it's the same shape, but this is the information.
Oh, that's disgusting to look at. Oh, same height, so just 5y over 3y.
Same base.
Do you agree with what he said?
3y over 5y if you want to make it
Well, it says OAB. Which triangle is that? OAB. So it's the bottom
Plus both the left and the bottom.
to this one.
Oh. Wait, so it's 8y over 5y. No, it's 5y over 8y.
Where are you getting an 8y
Yeah,
from?
where did you get the 5, the two one sided?
Five.
McKinley, where's DAB?
That's
Why are you
Hold. It's a math teacher
the
thing.
bigger
It's a
guy.
math teacher thing. Don't
Yeah.
give it away.
You are.
McKinley, where is
I know I am.
DAB?
It's the big triangle.
Ah,
Yeah.
So why did he say that 8y is the height?
Oh.
Oh, by the way, he's wrong. What's the final answer?
Well, I was.
Okay. So what's the final answer?
No, 8y over 3y, and then it's just 8
Five
over
over-
y. 8 over 3. 3 over 2.
5 over 8.
No, it's 3.
Now you're confusing yourself. You have the answer.
It's 5 over 8.
It would be 8 over 3, not 5 over 3.
No, it's 5 over 8.
No, it's 8 over 3.
What?
No,
No,
it's
it's 5 over 8.
That doesn't make sense. Where does the 5 show up?
the base of the smaller triangle.
Remember, it's OAB, small one. Okay. We got 4 minutes left. We can get this through, but we got to do this. All right. Last thing. We have these three. We get 2 more. It's all thrown in one theorem. You're just going to have to basically copy it down. So this is theorem 11.7. It says 2 things. It's the same basic flavor. It says if you have the scale factor of 2 similar figures, that's kind of like what we just did. If that scale factor is A to B, you're going to want to write this down, man. If the scale factor is A to B, then the perimeters of those two, notice it's not area this time, now we're talking about perimeters. Then the ratio of not areas, but perimeters is also A to B. And kind of tagging on to the previous one. The second one basically restates that third part. And the third part said that, remember, if the 2 triangles are similar, then the ratio of their areas are the scale factor squared. Well, that's basically what that's saying right there. A over B, because it's a ratio, squared, the whole thing squared. That's literally what that third part is. So I know I said 5, it's really 4, but they write it that different ways.
So you lied. That means I get a point.
No, I didn't lie.
Well, why did you get a point?
Because I
They
did the
try to
greatest
get
Palpatine
points
was
on
in the
this
history of Palpatine, except for the guy who actually plays him. But other than that, I guess
In whose opinion?
everybody's opinion. People love my Palpatine impression.
I don't think Mr. C's even heard it yet.
If he says I have the high ground one more time.
Palpatine doesn't
So
say
I
that.
know he
I
doesn't.
love it.
All right, one example to use this right here. Now it's only going to be using one part of this. Let's say you have 2 similar figures
Texas has a
and you're
double
given one of the dimensions. Now clearly we're given width right here, but it could be any dimension of 2 similar figures. And therefore, what is the ratio of their perimeters?
AB.
So therefore it would be,
12, 8.
could be, or it could be,
12.
but it has to be reduced, remember?
So it can be 4, 2, 6.
What?
Wait, sorry.
2 over
Or
4, 3.
or 3 to 2. That didn't say which way to go. So that's the perimeter. What's the ratio of the areas? And then that reduced, right? Or,
You could reduce the 8 and 12.
and then square it. Wouldn't that be smarter? Right? Therefore, it would be,
4.
that would be the smarter way of doing it. Now, you can do that if you want to, but it would probably be smarter to square 2/3 than it would be to square, because as soon as those numbers get ugly, it gets really ugly. All right, that's it.
I
Right
can
on time.
roll it now.
All right, grab 3 chairs. 3 chairs.
3 chairs, 1, 3.
The Senate will decide your
No.
fate.
I couldn't say 10. There's 33 chairs here. No, I don't want to.
I have attention to orders, business is about to begin. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Let's unite. It's my great walkers.
Both of us.
All right, Madison, that ends it right there. If you have any questions, send me a chat or an email. I'll see you on Monday.